Hey, what's up, Guardians? TBL here.
Seventh column!
And Jin. We're coming back at you with some, I almost said Black Ops 3. I've been playing way too much Call of Duty as of late, haven't I?
You know what? That's okay because Destiny was getting whacked sometimes.
Destiny was getting whacked. But we're coming back at you with some Destiny multiplayer Crucible footage. Been a little while since we had a full gameplay matchup, and I figured, it'd be appropriate with the topic that we're going to be talking about in today's video. And of course, I'm not even going to dance around it. We're talking about Iron Banner today because, oh man, that weekly update that Bungie put out a couple of days ago, oh man, got me super hyped once again for Iron Banner. Every time I think I'm out, they pull me right back in.
Seventh column!
You don't have to keep saying that.
I have to.
But yeah, first things first, happy Monday, everyone. Welcome back to another wonderful week. We are 1 week closer to Thanksgiving for those of you who are watching from the United States. Go USA, right?
Yeah.
You don't sound very patriotic. But, I actually meant to get this commentary out like Friday or Saturday, but for some odd reason, just over the weekend, I could not get a decent match in on the Crucible to save my life. It's like for whatever reason, especially on Sunday, you were there too, Jay, just all the matches were super laggy. I was getting booted from fire teams, and we just could not have a stable connection. You guys saw that little short clip I put up last night where I was actually in a Crucible match. I was in a, what was it, Clash?
It was Clash mode.
We were in a Clash match together, and then just all of a sudden, out of nowhere, everyone in the room gets kicked, and the match just ends. I mean, I'll take the free win. I think I got a Mode of Light out of it, but that was super duper weird, and that's what the connections were like yesterday, so, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it, and that's why we're talking about the Iron Banner today. But let's move on here, because there is so much to discuss. Of course, the Iron Banner is starting up tomorrow, and I cannot wait. Bungie has announced so many big changes that I think are really going to help this game mode out. First things first, Iron Banner will no longer be Control. It's now going to be Clash mode, which is something that I think should have happened a long time ago. I love Control, but generally the problem with Iron Banner is if you're not running in a full fire team, and you're running with a bunch of blueberries, as Jay tends to call them, 9 times out of 10, they're going to cost you the match because they're either not taking control points that they should be, or, you've got a good setup, you're sitting on a blind watch with C and B, and someone on your fire team decides, hey, you know what would be a good idea?
What would be a good idea, man?
We've got C and B, I think I'm gonna go take A.
Oh, you know what? That's a fantastic
That's a great idea, let's go take, high five, let's take A.
Let's do it.
And then suddenly you've got enemies spawning behind you, and boom, your 2,000 point lead turns into a 5,000 point deficit and you lose the match. I mean, come on, you guys have been playing Iron Banner just as much as I have. You know that got on your nerves too. So yeah, I am super duper psyched about the change to Clash. I think it's going to be a good thing. I kind of wish they would change it to Inferno Clash. I think Inferno game mode types would work really well for Iron Banner, with the no radar and the less instances of heavy, but I'll take what I can get. Now, additionally, we're also getting a ton of small changes that are going to make this Iron Banner so much more, I guess worth it would be the word to use. Let's go down the list here. Iron Banner reputation from winning matches is going to be increased by 20%, so you're going to be able to level up faster, which is a great thing. I mean, personally, I thought the speed at which you leveled up in the previous Iron Banner was fine, but leveling up faster is always going to be a good thing. Next up, activity completion rewards are increased at all ranks, with even more significant increases at rank 2 and above. Basically, when you hit rank 2 in the Iron Banner is when you can start getting drops. And the last time the Iron Banner came around, Bungie said that the primary method of getting gear should be from just playing it and getting drops, and we all know that wasn't quite the case, so them increasing the drop rate for armor, ships, ghost shells, and everything else that comes in the Iron Banner is definitely a great incentive to continue playing it. Next up, packages from Lord Saladin upon reaching rank 3 and rank 5. This is the big ticket item here. This is something we all complained about. From now on, whenever you reach rank 3 and then rank 5, you're going to get a faction reward package from Lord Saladin that can contain Iron Banner items. This is fantastic. In every other faction in the game, you get reward packages, whether it's Vanguard, Crucible, Future War Cult, Dead Orbit, or the New Monarchy. You even get faction reward packages in the Trials of Osiris in the form of the silver and gold tier packages. So, it didn't really make sense for Iron Banner to not have its own reward packages, and I'm super happy that we're finally getting them because Iron Banner is all about competing with the best of the best in a team and then getting great gear. And we know even though the Iron Banner gear doesn't drop at 300 plus light, which I still think it should, the gear that you get from it is usually pretty good. Nerwin's Mercy is one of the best pulse rifles in the game right now, and I can't wait to see what we're going to get this time. I mean, hey, Lord Saladin, can I get that Radagast Fury Mark II?
No!
Alright, well, thanks anyway. But moving on here, Iron Banner artifacts can now also be achieved from the rank 3 package. So whenever you hit rank 3 and you get your package reward, you have a chance to get the Iron Banner artifact from it, which is fantastic. And finally, the Iron Banner Ghost Shell can now be obtained from the rank 5 package or activity completion reward. So either by competing in the Iron Banner and getting it to drop after a match, or by getting it in the rank 5 package. That's huge. I'm finally going to be able to rock out in all Iron Banner everything, and I can't wait for that. But that's pretty much it for all the changes coming to the Iron Banner. Again, I'm really happy with it. I think the change to Clash Mode is ultimately a good thing. You know, I wouldn't even mind if, you know, every other Iron Banner or so, we just changed game modes completely. I wouldn't mind an Iron Banner Rift mode. But definitely having some kind of change there is definitely a good thing. I'm glad I won't have to rely so much on blueberries to get the win in a match. And additionally for, you know, the gear and stuff, like I said before, I'm super happy that they're putting a little bit more emphasis on the rewards you get just for playing the Iron Banner. You know, that's a playing model that's worked for Trials of Osiris. You know, you don't have to get 9-0 and go to the lighthouse to get decent gear from Trials. You can just play through it, complete the bounties, and get your reward packages, or just get drops afterwards. I noticed a lot of people were getting a ton of drops just from completing matches in Trials, and that's really the way it should be in Iron Banner too. In my opinion, the biggest problem with the Iron Banner wasn't the bad connections, it wasn't the terrible blueberry teammates, it was the fact that, you know, at the end of the day, you go through this grind to get to rank 5, and believe me, it is absolutely a grind. Maybe you do it on multiple characters, and the rewards that you got at the end simply weren't worth the trouble. Maybe you didn't even get any rewards at all. I know during the last Iron Banner run, I didn't get a single legendary drop. Ooh, look at that bubble placement right there with that Weapons of Light. I haven't talked at all about this match. I'm running my Defender Titan with a pretty interesting setup. No backup plans, Chaperone, Weapons of Light to just burn people down with this Suro Scout Rifle. I absolutely love this setup. With the buff to no backup plans that extends and strengthens your force barrier and allows you to proc it with shotguns, it mixes so well with the Chaperone now, plus Weapons of Light, which allows you to one-shot people from ridiculous ranges. Well, except for that time, usually it one-shots people. But it's still just a really good setup, and I am absolutely loving it. But anyways, those are the changes coming to Iron Banner, and I am super stoked about them. I can't wait to dive into it tomorrow morning. Shoot, I might even actually stream it this time around.
You stream Iron Banner?
Yeah, I might actually stream it. You know, there might just be less scum in the Crucible tomorrow.
Well, alright then.
But alright, I hope you guys are looking forward to it as much as I am. I'm really, really excited if you can't tell. I love me some Iron Banner gear. But that's about it for the gameplay. We did wind up going 21-10 with a Defender Titan, so not too bad at all. Don't count that class out. But alright, that's going to be it for this one, guys. Be sure to leave me your thoughts about the Iron Banner and its changes in the comment section below. Can't wait to read them. Anyways, that's it for me now. As always, I am the Blackling.
7th column!
And that's Jin. You Guardians, stay frosty. Oh wow, look at this kid. He got a 47 attack, goes and see green sniper rifle.
That's because that's the best weapon ever.